Hey, so we just got out of watching Thunderbolts in the middle of a Thursday afternoon, and man, we had to turn our cameras on and just start talking about this movie.
Yes.
We're feeling it a lot. How are you guys feeling coming out of this movie?
Moved and impressed and inspired.
Oh, those are good words. How about you?
Blown away. Definitely surprised. And yeah, moved as well was definitely one that came up.
Yeah, we went into this movie very eager to see what they had in store, what this movie had in store, the story, these characters. We're a fan of these characters, of these actors, Florence Pugh, Sebastian Stan, David Harbour, Wyatt Russell, just the whole cast. And we were very curious to see where this was all going, where this was all leading, what kind of story they could tell us. From the trailers, we didn't see that many, but from what we saw, it looked different, and it offered a new level to Marvel that, quite frankly, we've never seen before.
Yeah.
It elevated what's possible in a Marvel movie. It's got everything. It's hard to say without spoiling it, but essentially, you guys need to go watch this movie. It's been a long time. I don't know if you guys agree, but it's been a long time since I've walked out of a Marvel movie feeling the way I do now, feeling as much excitement, hope, illumination too. Again, there's a sense of deep reflection, a Marvel movie that could make me feel this deeply about my own internal.
This was a very bold movie in a good way, in a great way. I loved it.
What were you saying?
I was saying, put your seatbelt on. It's in terms of emotion. Just understand that you're going on a ride, an emotional ride. It's not just something that is a pastime and entertainment. It's also a lesson. So definitely walk into it with that, and like Matthew was saying, to be able to walk out of the theater and to feel the burn of the sunlight, right, after being in a dark room watching this movie, and to just walk back into reality and be like, this movie is real. This is a very real experience that we just went through, and we can go out and learn from it, talk about it, and that's just a wonderful feeling. So thank you, Marvel. Thank you, everybody. The music, my goodness.
The music was really
wonderful
great.
Team, fantastic job. And that's all I'll say for now.
Yeah. The asterisk.
Break this down. I'm just excited to break this down.
We're excited to break it down. The asterisk, I think that's how you say asterisk, gets revealed as to why there's an asterisk. Oh, that word. At the end of Thunderbolts, it's explained why that symbol is there.
But even the name Thunderbolts
has meaning. Has meaning there too. So again, it's just
look forward to it.
It's wonderful. It's beautiful to see this kind of story being told in a Marvel movie. It breaks the formula in a lot of ways, elevates what's possible in a Marvel movie. There's certain things that happen emotionally that reminded us of WandaVision, Loki, shows like that. And so, especially with these kinds of characters, it's very unique to see. Very, very exciting. I don't want to say too much. We're going to pass it over to the parents, but definitely go watch this movie, and we will give more of our thoughts very soon, so stay tuned.
Wow. I said that a lot throughout the movie.
Yeah.
I said, wow. I said, what? A lot. There's just a sense of absolute shock and awe in all the best possible ways. Yeah. How did you feel, Love? I'm curious to hear your feelings and your thoughts.
Well, first of all, the words "we're back" comes to mind with Marvel. I think, like Matthew said, it's been a long time since I've left a Marvel movie feeling this way, feeling excited about what's to come, but also really sitting in so much richness when it comes to story and what we just experienced. I know our reflections are going to be many, and I can't wait to be able to sit and actually talk about all these specific things. But to honor the fact that you may have not seen it, we just kind of want to put a little bit out there today, but it is worth a watch. I think even I was thinking to myself, this is a movie I would watch over and over, because I could see it impacting people in different ways every time you watch it, kind of like Lord of the Rings does for us, where you watch it and you get something different depending on where you are in life and what you're experiencing. And it was beautiful. It was reflective, I think would be my word. Reflective, deep, powerful.
My words are, it subverted expectations. I absolutely have to just sum it up. I leaned over to you and I said, we're back in form. The original Marvel form. I compared it to the way that the story of Tony Stark in the first Iron Man, his inner battle with himself as to who he used to be, who he becomes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that in here. That spirit is in this, and it's quite special to relive this again. But it's also pulling a mirror on us. So we cannot wait to break this down. The sincerity of all of these characters, you know, it has that Marvel comedic lightness to it, but it's just beautifully done. And we can't wait to break all that down. But it does require courage, I would say. So, but all of us strongly encourage you to go see this as soon as possible.
Right.
That way you can just sit in the great gift that it is.
Yeah, and I think the beauty of there's a richness to these troubled characters that you see in other shows, and you don't always get to experience and open them up in a way where you get to really receive the richness that is their characters. And this was just a beautiful collection of that. So I really appreciated being able to learn more about these characters and see them in a new light. So.
Me too, and that new light for me was.
And I have one here too, so she's another one who. I
mean, these are characters that I didn't suspect I'd relate to as much as I ended up relating to them. So again, it was just a gift. It was a very surprising gift. I didn't even realize what we were walking into.
I was expecting something good, but I was not expecting the greatness, really.
Definitely stay for the end credits. It's been a long time since the end credits actually have some actual meaning. Even the more funny, light-hearted one has meaning because it's tied to a character trait. So you got to stick around for that, and just the whole of it. The final credit scene is really exciting, and it's been a while since that has felt so good. So, you know, like I said,
while. When was the last
years,
last movie that made you feel this way?
I have no memory of
maybe
one.
Wakanda Forever?
Maybe.
But that was more for the...
Yeah, it's pre-Endgame.
Well, I think Wakanda Forever was more of like a closure to Chadwick and all of that. But as far as it's Marvel,
there's something
maybe
so
the
new.
shows, maybe Loki made us feel, and WandaVision for me, but not in the theaters.
No, this feels very new because it's just something. It's a very different angle and perspective on what it means to be a hero, and that's what you got to go watch because suddenly we could be the heroes.
And it's one of the most relatable Marvel movies relatable. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah.
To us.
We're struggling to not say more. We're going to
Yeah.
stop. We just want you to go enjoy the movie and then come back to this video.
Yes,
Leave us
please.
your comments without spoiling. And then
Yes, please don't
be
spoil.
ready for our breakdown because it's coming, baby.
It's coming. Yeah.
Yeah.